I'm massively up for a conversation and a discussion and about a mutually beneficial way forward.
Transparency.
Absolutely. But if we sit, and here's the thing, if we sit and agree something, and we agree it's for the collective benefit of the business that we're working for, me as a non-exec and you as the owner, and we agree that's what we're going to do, and then you fuck off and go and do something completely different, I can't work with people like that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to work with people like that. Time is our most precious gift that we have. It's the only thing we cannot buy. So I don't want to waste my time working with somebody that's not going to go and implement the stuff we talk about and agree to.
Talk to me about the individuals. Is there a commonality amongst their personality that leads them to be like that?
There's a lot of ego in the construction industry, an awful lot of ego. I wouldn't say there's necessarily a commonality. One of the things we do is like disc profiling, so understanding what people's types are.
Okay.
So one of the first things we look at is what are people's values, because I don't want to work with someone whose values are not aligned to mine, because it's just never going to work.
Yeah.
But I also want to understand what type of people I'm working with as well, so I can work out how best to communicate with them.
Yeah.
I work with a lot of people that have very big neurodiversion challenges.
Yeah.
So when I'm working with them, I make sure that if I'm working with them in the morning, the rest of my day is clear. Because I have to be at 500 miles an hour in my head, making sure that every single word that comes out of my mouth is coming out in a way that is going to land in a way that they're going to understand what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean.
So there is no one particular personality type that I think is more dominant than others. There's a lot of reds. There's a lot of people that are very, very like 150 miles an hour. And there's a lot of people with big egos.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very testosterone-fueled industry.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I would personally like to see is I would love to see that kind of male-female balance brought back to kind of more representative of society, because I think like the best ever boss I've ever had was an MD who came in, I'm not going to name her, but she came in from a big, big gambling business. She knew nothing about construction.
Mm-hmm.
I learned more from that lady about managing people than I've learned from anyone else in my life.
Yeah.
Anyone in 47 years.
Yeah.
She completely changed the dynamic of that company.
100%.
For the good.
Yeah.
But there's not enough of that. And unless we get that balance back in place, it's like I did a podcast interview about the menopause. I got more stick about doing a podcast interview about the menopause than I did doing a video on social media saying I was going to see a shrink because my head was a shed. I got absolutely ruined for talking about the menopause. I employ women. I've got more people, females in my business than I have males. So do I not really need to understand this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
If I can be a good employer and a good boss and a good friend and a good husband. Yeah. But so many people in construction are like, what are you talking about that for? You shouldn't be talking about that. Why do you want to talk about that? Well, geezers, isn't me? Like, what cave did you just crawl out of? It's 2024, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.